Hello, everybody. Welcome to Game Day Picks. I'm Tony T here from Tony'sPicks.com. We're here on Monday through Friday at 3 p.m. Eastern Time, doing live free picks for today's action. So make sure you like, subscribe, and set those notifications. Be live with us. Get the best numbers when you get the plays from us if we're comparing notes. Also, when you're live with us, you can chat with us. Welcome in the chat room right now. Walk This Way is in there. We're throwing some picks in there, so go ahead and check us out there. Remind you of our promo code. You can save 20% off all pre and pick packages. When you use that promo code TonyT at checkout, you can access our page by clicking the link you see there in the description. Click the All Cappers tab and go ahead and get signed up. We always love to hear from you guys, so you're welcome to go ahead and post your picks in the comments. And our website is Tony'sPicks.com. We are a multi-capper site, showcase top cappers in our industry. Click the links. Hot cappers get signed up to our long-term passes, and again, Mindy has just been on absolute fire. Another winning day yesterday, picking up those units for this year, near 5,200 units of profit based on $100 wager. That is just amazing numbers up there, as you can see there. Well, those dime players are swimming in money right now. Follow Mindy. It's amazing here. Ramon also doing well. Nick, Joshua, guys doing great. Morning team still showing profit here for the year. Of course, Daniel's been posting good results as well. Tiffany's back on board here. So get signed up to a long-term pass. Our latest premium picks here on the center of the page. Our best bets. Each capper can release a best bet from each sport per day. Mindy's loaded in. We can see we're loaded here for action here on Tuesday. Our $15 premium pick is promotional. Each capper can designate a play from their card as a $15 premium pick to introduce their service to new and existing customers. Many want to make that good impression. You see that best bet at that $15 price point. 3 packs offer great value, 3 plus and more. We're locked loaded here. Look at Mindy. She's in action here today on this Tuesday. Steam team coming in as well. I'm in there as well. So go ahead and get signed up. Just make note here of our pick ticker if you prefer. You may purchase the picks a la carte from our pick ticker with team versus team information and the capper that it's come from. This is pretty much an automated process. Every pick that goes in our system is offered for sale immediately on our site, and it goes into the pick ticker. And also late steam plays, if cappers can post their plays between 10 minutes and 2 hours before game time, those will be listed as late steam in green, so keep an eye on those. All right, let's get this one underway here today. With us today on the show, we got Ramon Scott and Mindy Hahn. So let's get underway here with Game Day Picks. We'll welcome in Mindy Hahn. You'll catch her over at Tony'sPicks.com. You've seen her at top of the leaderboard. Has been on fire here for 2023. Bring her in, ready to go here with Mindy. Mindy, what's happening?
Just trying to get ready for a big day of sports here once again. I think we covered almost 40 games on the slate here today.
Wow, that was a big show today over on the Morning Steam. Catch the replay over on our side or on our podcast. But tonight we go. It was this battle tonight between American and Bucknell. American laying 5, total 131.
All right, so we got Bucknell. They're sitting at 7-8 on the road this season, and then we have them at 5-5 here against the spread. American, on the other hand, at home, they're 4-9 against the spread. 4-9 at home, and only 2-8 here against the spread. Bucknell, they're winners of 2 out of their last 5 games. American here, unfortunately, have been losers of their last 5 games. But I'm not going to take a look at the side here. Going to look at the total today in this one. Bucknell in this matchup is the more efficient team, ranking 204th on offense, while American sits at 309. If I take a look at them on the defensive side here, Bucknell, they rank 225th on defense, and American 274. So as you can tell, these defensive efficiencies are pretty low. That means it may produce a lot of scoring here, in fact. So yeah, I mean, I really do think this one here is going to be able to get over this total today. Sitting at about 131. These two teams here, again, they rank 276 and 309th in turnovers there as well. I mean, that's pretty low, close to the bottom here for both of these teams, but we know a lot of these turnovers then lead to breakaway, fast break points. So again, it's a lot of different things that I think will factor into this total getting over. Now, the last 2 games here head-to-head between each of these two teams here, they've totaled 149 and 124. So I know that 124 is a little bit lower than this 131 number right here. But if we kind of take a look at, some of the modeling here, if we kind of look at, say, head-to-head We're looking at about a score of 137. If I look at my home and away numbers, that modeling here over conference play, you're looking at about maybe 136. And I have it modeled out via pace of play about 135. So all of those are getting over the total, plus with where these teams lie efficiency wise. They both kind of play at a pretty high pace of play, right? 67 possessions per 40 minutes. And to put that in perspective, a team like Alabama that sits close to the top, they average, 73 possessions for 40 minutes. So I kind of think this one here is going to be able to tick over the total today of that 131, Tony. So that's going to be my play here on Game Day Picks.
All right, Mindy here, Bucknell American over 131 here. Patriot League action here in tournaments. These are in campus sites, this early round coverage in Patriot. You factor the fact that it is a one and done situation, fact that it's a tournament game. A loser goes home, their season's over. Actually, these teams are so lowly ranked. I mean, they're in the playing round really of these tournaments right now.
Yeah, I mean, really, I think kind of, some of the only ones like I don't take into consideration sometimes is like, say, conference championships, things like that, where maybe there's, a big upset or something. Other than that, I really can't find a reason to demote a team for any sort of reason here because of, what could possibly happen with a one and done situation. So, that's, I don't know. That's just kind of how I see it, or I think, teams preparing for championships, how they would prepare and how that differs based off of, the season here. So I really don't take that one. Like I said, conferences, like championships where maybe you have a team in there that maybe shouldn't be. I think that's probably about the only time I would, take a look at maybe throwing something like that out.
Yeah, where they value the possessions a lot here. But again, this is such a, and like I said, the first round, these are campus sites. These are teams that are not the better teams are usually getting the buys in this early in the tournament. But anyway, Mindy on Bucknell American over 131. This one will have a start time here of 7 Eastern time. All right, Mindy, let's take a look over at Tony's picks right now for today's action. We've been on absolute fire. Nearly 5,200 units of profit past 3 days, 3,500 units of profit, showing great profit here across the board on the major sports, NHL, as well as NBA, doing great work up there. Document over at Tony'sPicks.com. So we got, NBA on the board tonight. Big card, seeing the 10-game card tonight. NHL up there as well. Big card here again, as well as college hoops. As we said, a lot of conference tournament early round coverage, campus site games. We see Horizon with games, Sun Belt in there, Sun, Patriot, lots of those, as well as mixed in with some of our bigger conference games. What do you have going on over at Tony's Picks?
Yeah, so as you can tell, the modeling has been working out pretty good in my favor. So really working hard on that one here again this morning. It was a little bit different today. We had the 10 games in the NBA and the 10 games in the NHL, plus a 41 game, card here for college basketball. So it was a lot more for me to get prepared for the show. So it took me a little bit longer to get my plays out today after the show. So I've been working pretty hard here this afternoon, and then preparing for this show here as well. But I'm in I'm in action in a lot. I have quite a few plays going today. I have 6 plays in the NBA, so I put out a 5-pack, as you can tell. I put a kind of a mixed bag of plays out here for you for sale, for purchase today, if you're looking for just something to get you by today with these individuals. So I have a 5-pack in the NBA. Also for NHL, I'm in 3 plays. Me and Ramon were pretty heavy today on the morning steam in hockey, so 3 plays in the NHL that I really like. And then pretty heavy in the 41 game card here for college basketball. Wound up with 8 plays on the day. So I have a 7-pack if it's something like you're looking for volume today. Then I also did like an early day with these like 6 o'clock central tip-off times. I did an early pack there. And then also did a late one too. So if you're sitting around at 9 or 10 o'clock tonight looking for something to do, you can get on a 3-pack of NBA and NCAA college basketball there as well. So a little bit for everything, and including my $15 guaranteed best bet, which you can find in college basketball. So, I mean, again, I have a lot out there today. Been seeing the board really well, looking to continue that one today. But again, we've talked about, rather than just going ahead and getting something like a one-day pass, why not get something for a little bit longer 3-day, 7-day, 30-day. So yeah, I mean, things are looking good right now. And again, you can decrease the per play amount by using the promo code TonyT at checkout. So make sure you get that so you can be in action with me during March Madness.
That's right. Get on board with Mindy Hahn over at Tony'sPicks.com. That promo code there, use it to save 20% off. You'll find Mindy's page by clicking the link you see there in the description. That will land you right onto the site. Of course, Mindy on board today with, she said, a 5-pack from the NBA tonight. Also 3 packs from college basketball. 7-pack here from college basketball as well. Also pro and college basketball guaranteed packages as well. Best bets appear on the board as well from the NBA as well as college hoops. So Mindy in action. And also in the NHL, there's a 3-pack as well. So lots of action from Mindy tonight. As Mindy was mentioning, instead of buying all these plays individually, you can opt for the longer term passes. We have a 3, 7, or 30-day all sports pass. If you want to try out Mindy, you can try the 3-day pass, but the 30-day pass is your best value. The way Mindy's running right now, just get the 1-month pass.
Right.
Get all of Mindy's premium plays here for 30 days. That would include all of her NBA, all of her NHL. But college basketball will take you all the way through the Elite 8. Little tournament down to 4 teams. So they can see the value there when you get the 30-day all sports pass. And of course, with that also includes the minor tournaments, is the NIT, CBI, and the Basketball Classic also covered there as well. So that's a great time to get on board with Mindy. Use that promo code TonyT at checkout. And what you'll do when you do that is you'll be able to save 20% off. That takes $66 off that price point. So you can access Mindy's page by clicking the link you see there in the description. Click the All Cappers tab, and then you will land right on Mindy's page. So go ahead and get signed up there, right, Mindy? We also put together a Twitter account for you over at Tony's Picks Mindy with more content up there. Of course, we've got the morning steam show here, Saturday through Thursday at 9 a.m. Eastern time. That one's archived for you guys to go back and watch or listen on the podcast. And of course, you also put up the lineup for the morning steam over on our Discord.
Yeah, and make sure you check out all of our new graphics out there on the replays as well. I think they're pretty cool. Tony's Picks is looking sharp out there on the YouTube universe. So yeah, check us out also on Twitter, where we have even more free picks. So today I have my free play is in between the game Ball State and Akron. So you can go ahead and check that one out there as well. So again, when you get there, you might as well, click the notification so you make sure you never miss a pick from us out on Twitter as well. And I know those just went out while we were hanging out, getting ready, starting for the show here. So lots and lots of plays. And if you want even more free plays, you can hang out with me and Ramon and the Team Steam chat room every Saturday through Thursday at 8 a.m. Central, where we go over all of the breaking news, the lines, the injuries, props even sometimes. We take a look at all of the major pro sports, and then we're pretty selective yet on college with what we do, with what we have time for, to kind of keep the show at about an hour and a half or so. But yeah, make sure you join us. It's a fun place to be. You can give your picks. You can be on the record. You can brag the next day about how well you did and that everyone should have been following you for the night. But yeah, we have a lot of winners, a lot of folks that are really, really prepared for the show. It's a lot of fun when we have a whole bunch of like-minded people in the chat room. So it's been really fun. I really enjoy the, the morning steam. And so hopefully you can join us. And then you can, like Tony's showing here, you can get into Discord later. So what we'll do is we'll put the lineup for tomorrow. We'll tell you how many games we're going to cover in the NHL and the NBA. And then usually pick something to kind of round it out to, a number on the fives. So a 20 or a 5 or a 30 games that we're going to be covering with college basketball. And that's a place where you could go ahead and tell us what you want to see, right? We'll take suggestions. We also sometimes do games on the fly if there's not videos already made for those, because Tony will go ahead and do different picks than us sometimes as well. And there's no need to go ahead and duplicate that when we are running short on time. So we might as well give you guys another play so you get even more free picks. That's why you're here, getting picks, getting information so you can do your due diligence, make your plays, and have another winning day like we did yesterday.
That's right, guys. Check out Mindy there. You'll find us on the Discord. Click the link you see in the chat room. And of course, the Discord, a lot of the community members share their plays. We don't really cover a whole lot of props here or player props. You'll find those a lot on the Discord from the community who's very active in our shows. They're part of the show as many of them contribute with their plays into the chat room. And you can see they transition over to the Discord with a lot of betting discussion, all their own picks there. So give them a follow. It's a really cool community. Click the link in the Discord and get there. And also, again, as we mentioned with Mindy, you can find her over at Tony's Picks Mindy on the Twitter with more picks there, and of course that morning stream. So check it out, guys, over on our archive right now. That's every day, Saturday through Thursday at 9 a.m. Eastern time. They cover the entire pro card and then select the colleges. A college basketball, you have to go in there and into the Discord and put in your request for the games that you like covered. Make it in there by 9 p.m. Eastern time, so they can get the graphics put together and as well as the research as well. All right, Mindy, as always, great having you show. Keep up the great work, and we'll catch up with you again tomorrow.
Sounds good. And look who else is, hanging out there in the tops of the leaderboards, none other than Ramon Scott. So might as well go ahead and take a look at the 2-for-1 capper promotion that's on the site as well. So you can get even more picks. I mean, between the two of us, we're up like 7,000 here this month. So been a wild ride.
Yeah, it is.
Excited to keep it going.
That's right. Keep it going. Indeed, look at the numbers. Have been impressive. Ramon and Mindy, 2-for-1 capper. Just click the premium tab, and you'll find the 2-for-1 capper link, and go ahead and get signed up. All right, Mindy, have yourself a great afternoon, and we'll catch up with you again tomorrow.
All right. Have fun tonight, guys. Get some wins.
Get some wins, indeed. Mindy Hahn here on Game Day Picks. Guys, we're with you here on Game Day Picks Monday through Friday here at 3 p.m. Eastern time. Make sure you like, subscribe, set those notifications. We want you guys to be live with us. Get the plays in real time, get the best numbers, and also participate in our chat like our man Jim Pritchard, as well as Jack Rosenblatt in there. Hisham is in there with a hello and walk this way, throwing in some plays of his own. So, guys, check us out here in the chat. Let's continue on here on the Showtime. Bring in Ramon Scott. You catch him over at TonySpicks.com. Bring him in right now. He's ready to roll. Ramon Scott. Ramon, what's happening?
Hey, stop the season. The Padres are up again, Tony. Sorry about, with all seriousness, Gavin Lux. That sucked yesterday to see those injuries.
Yeah.
That looked pretty bad. I feel bad for Lux, who's really at the peak of his career right now. His trend line was going up. So,
yeah, sure was. Looks like Rojas, the kid they've been touting, and that's kind of what we're going to see with the Dodgers. A lot of Oklahoma City players are going to be filling in this roster because they're trying to save their dough for Ohtani next year. So if you want to know why is the Dodgers really active in free agency, because I think they're really getting themselves a push here for Ohtani. Ohtani's already said he wants to delve into free agency next year. Of course, we just saw that Musgrove broke his toe in the weight room this morning. So there's some injuries pop up. There was another injury that popped up today. Oh, it escapes my name in baseball from my mind right now in baseball. There was one that was pretty bad too. Oh boy, I'll come to memory here. There's just so much going on watching games right now as we see. But anyway, we go to ESPNU tonight in the SEC. Ole Miss, coachless. They're hosted against Texas A&M. Ole Miss here, the dog here, 5 and total 136.
Well, it took the steam away from my pick, if you will, but it is still, that's the story, Tony. That's the story to tell, I think, right here in this one, and that's where I'm going to go with it. I mean, Kermit Davis got fired, but Ole Miss came right back with their interim coach and got a win. That's what I like to see, right? Good job, Ole Miss, but that's also what I like to see as a handicapper, Tony. You got Ole Miss fires their coach. They started the season 6-0 with Kermit Davis. Basically, he spent, 15, 20 years at Middle Tennessee. Used to be an assistant at A&M. But they started 6-0. They're 5-18 So Davis was fired. And then the Rebs came back and got a win at LSU. Great job, 82-69. Ole Miss, they can play a little defense. They're not great offensively, but that was a big win. So that's what I like to see in terms of handicapping. Ole Miss fired their coach, get the win. Now they're playing a top 25 team coming off a loss, Tony. Texas A&M, they had won 6 straight until they had a loss against Mississippi State, 69-62. So They've lost just 3 out of their last 17 games now. They're coming off of a loss, facing a team who just fired their coach. They got to win. That's a handicap. That's called a handicap, Tony. We can go over all the numbers, or I could stop here, but I'll give some numbers. Texas A&M, speaking of defense, they held Tennessee to 63, held Missouri to 60, held Arkansas to 56, and held LSU to 62 points. All victories before that last loss. So I think they're in a pretty good spot here on the road, laying some points. They're 8-3 against the number on the road, 15-7 against the number as a favorite for Ole Miss. With their season was spiraling out of control. They had losing streaks after that hot start. They had losing streaks of 6 games and 5 games before snapping the 4-game skid. Last game, they're 3-11 against the spread as an underdog, 5-10-2 against the spread at home. You have a Texas A&M team that interesting categories for them, Tony. They're leading the country in free throw attempts and free throw attempts made, and also they're among the leaders in the country in those categories, but number 1 in the country in free throws per field goals attempted. So that doesn't necessarily mean that they have a hot pace or anything. It just means that they're just getting their shots off good, and teams are playing defense on them, but hacking them and putting them on the line. You got guys like Wade Taylor, Tyrese Radford, Dexter Dennis. They can all do pretty well at the free throw line, and I would imagine they'll be some of the same story tonight. You got a team averaging 25 points. 25 attempts per game going on the road. So I would think that Ole Miss, Win-Case took over as the interim coach. They're obviously having a rough year at Ole Miss. So I think they're going to be up against it here. Texas A&M, they're not done yet in conference play in the SEC, trailing Alabama. They're 13-3. They still could get the number 1 seed. It will be tough, but they're 2 games back right now with that 13-3 record in the SEC, 21-8 overall. I think to me, Tony, it's not going to be about the numbers in this one. It's about that emotional handicap. They got their win. Maybe, I don't know, maybe you'd think that they could galvanize again, but getting the win on the road and then playing a good team like Texas A&M coming off a loss. I don't want to say simple as that, Tony. You're still going to have to get a cover here by a half a dozen points, but these are spots you look for, actually, when it comes to being a handicapper, Tony. It's not sometimes always about the numbers. The numbers may indicate to most people that Texas A&M might roll here. I don't know. Maybe people would take a shot on Ole Miss, getting points at home. But I don't think so because of the emotions involved. Texas A&M off a loss. Mississippi State off a road win after firing the coach. That was it, right? That was the big excitement. So I'm going to take A&M today and lay these points on the road, Tony.
All right, Ramon here. Texas A&M laying the 5 here against Ole Miss, an Ole Miss team that's lost a lot of games at home this season, all but one in conference. So it's been pretty brutal here. Even a loss to North Alabama right before the start of conference play was probably already a signal it's going to be a long year for this team. Horrible 3-point shooting team, terrible at defending threes. They're 12th in effective field goal shooting in the conference. And of course, as you said, interim coach comes in, you get the best effort, then you go back down to the C, D, even F game.
Yeah, I don't mind some of the. How do I say I don't mind some of the defense? I don't mind the defensive numbers for a team that's won 3 out of their great. That's won 3 out of their last 18 games or so. I mean, they're like a good defense for a really bad team. That doesn't stack up against a team like Texas A&M. I'm just trying to find a way to give them some credit. I don't think Kermit Davis is a bad coach, considering all the work that he did there. And I know he spent 5 years here now, but when you're Ole Miss, I mean, you can't be doing this right now. I don't know if there's any solution for this moving forward. They got Jay Brakefield. He's their top guy at Ole Miss. Pretty good. Matt Morrell might be in a pretty good spot today as well. And my notes here also say Burns could be in line for a decent game as well. But not only with Taylor, Radford, and Dennis, but also you got Coleman. Maybe could have a decent performance for A&M. So I don't know. It does seem like a double-digit game on
Yeah.
paper. Maybe there's some support for Ole Miss in this game given their situation. But again, when I see a situation, fire the coach, get a win, come back home. This one just stood out to me. It probably only didn't make the premium because of the heavy card. Quite frankly, I really want to go bigger on the premium side, but trying to make sure we got the best plays out there. A&M should roll here again. They're still motivated by that possibility of a regular season championship. They will need some help. Alabama would need to, you know, uh, get stunned a little bit. So I think A&M is going to finish number 2 seed, certainly in the SEC, with Alabama taking that number 1 seed. But there is still hope for A&M heading to the last couple of games of the season here.
Yeah, it took Kermit Davis about 15 years to get Middle Tennessee State on the map. So he just needed another 10 years before he got Ole Miss ready to roll. All right, here we go. Texas A&M laying 5 against Ole Miss. This one will have a start time here of 9 Eastern time. All right, Ramon, let's take a look over at Tony'sPicks.com for today's action. Of course, good results here. 3,237 units of profit here for Ramon. It's all documented over at Tony'sPicks.com. You go to his handicapper page, go down to pick history. You'll see all the plays there, fully documented. Tonight, action here, 10 on the board from the NBA. We got lots of on the ice. We have college hoops, lots of tournament rounds, campus site games out there as well. Some in neutral sites as well. Sun Belt, A-Sun in action, Patriot. What do you have going on over at Tony's Picks?
Tonight, Tony, it's a 7-pack. In college basketball, where I've been, well, we talked about those numbers. I'm pretty much smashing in college basketball right now. Despite a loss last night, to kind of ended my hot streak there in premium land, but we're going to roll with a 7-pack for just $35 today over at Tony's Picks. Use that promo code Tony T at checkout to save 20% off that package. That's my featured package tonight. Finalizing some selections in the NBA still to come, but I want to focus on that 7-pack of winners. All of the games go off at 7 Eastern, 6 Central, 4 Pacific. You'll be totally in action for 2 hours of excitement. With the way I'm rolling this card, it should be a profitable card. Pick it up for $35 and let's win tonight at Tony'sPicks.com. In college basketball, there's some little bit of conference tournament, a little bit of extra board, a little bit of main board mixed up in there in those 7 plays. So you'll be flipping around your ESPN Plus or your other channels watching some of these games. I wouldn't say they're marquee matchups. We're just trying to find the winners here, folks, on the card tonight. So I got to like this 7-pack of winners, maybe come up with some late steam later. I don't know if I'm saving games for late steam. My record on late steam games is pretty good, but it's not on purpose. Certainly sometimes a line breaks my way. I'm always pretty much ahead of line, Tony. My social media play already went up 3 points since I put it in on a total over. That's just the way it happens for me. I'm usually out in front of these lines. Certainly that helps lead to our good record, and that's why you want to get really my long-term packages so you can be on the games when they're entered into the system, not waiting around to purchase the packages. But nonetheless, that 7-pack feels really good today over at Tony'sPicks.com. NHL, Mindy and I had such a strong agreement in many of our games on the show. I'm not sure I'll be able to even with this 10-game card, come up with a package in NHL. I might end up with a player too, but Mindy and I have a big card together at Tony's Picks with 6 plays on our premium consensus plays from the show. So exciting card in the NHL, but some of my best plays are lined up with Mindy, where we're doing a pretty good job there with our morning steam team as well. So that's how I'm looking today over at Tony'sPicks.com. Tony, thanks so much for mentioning those numbers. I'm not. It's not gamesmanship with Mindy, but when she keeps putting up those numbers, I feel compelled to try to keep up. Uh, the numbers of our show keep going up. I'm sure we're quite entertaining, but I have a feeling it has to do with more of the winning than anything else. Tony, look at that. Yeah, the Canucks yesterday. She gave that out on the show, and the Canucks got it done. I believe it was in overtime yesterday. So great pick from Mindy. She put me on that play as well privately. So got to watch the show, Tony. Get some of these plays. From the morning steam. I mean, just because we don't agree on the game, sometimes I pivot away from Mindy's play because I have that play as a premium. I must because we're both winning. So sometimes we're in different spots agreeing on games, but there's still a lot of winning going on here at Tony'sPicks.com with Mindy Hahn, the Midwest premier sports handicapper, and her little sidekick, me.
That's right. Check out Ramon over at Tony's Picks. As you know, he's got that 7-pack tonight from College Hoops. Get on board there. And of course, if you're looking for longer-term passes, you can. The great value there with that monthly pass. You get all of Ramon's premium plays here for 30 days, including all his NBA, NHL plays up there. And of course, college basketball. Lots of coverage. The 30-day pass will take you all the way to the end of the Elite Eight, right to the Final Four. So that tournament will whittle down to 4 teams by the time this 30-day All Sports Pass includes all tournament conference premium plays as well as the remainder of the regular season. So lots of action on this 30-day All Sports Pass. When you get it right now, use that promo code TonyT at checkout and you'll save $66 off that 1-month All Sports Pass. You can access Ramon's page by clicking the link you see there in the description. Click the All Cappers tab, then you'll land right on Ramon's page and go ahead and get signed up there. As you can see, the 7-pack per day and the longer term pass. Also, I will note the long-term pass also covers late Steam plays. And what are those? Well, the Cappers put in their regular membership plays in. Usually those are in by 11 a.m. Eastern time. Cappers can post plays late in the system between 10 minutes and 2 hours before game time. Those are late Steam. And long-term subscribers will be notified via email for those late Steams with a pick in the email. So that's what we're talking. When we talk about late Steam, those are tracked and documented as late Steam. They're flagged. You can even see them in the pick ticker in green as sold individually as late Steam. But the late Steam plays are included in these long-term passes. Every one of them, whether you get the 3-day pass, 7-day pass, 1 month, 1 year, late Steam included on all these passes as well. Not on the 1-day pass because it's already a 3-day. It's 3 games. It's 3 games. It's 7 games. It's 7 games. That's how that works. But the late Steam will be included on the long-term passes. The plays there in yellow. So go ahead and get signed up. All right, Ramon, we also put together a Twitter account for you over at Tony's Picks. Ramon, Morning Steam continues with a good show today covering all the pro action as well as selective college games. And, of course, they can find you as well over on the Discord.
Yeah, check out that social media play. Still playable, I would say. Don't play it big, but this comes to you in the Wisconsin Green Bay Wright State game. Kind of already gave it away, but man, that total's on the move today. Check it out though over there on Twitter. Make sure you subscribe and get on these plays. I post them pretty early. We beat the line there certainly, and it just went up a little while ago. Shot up well over the posted total that I had on it when I released it. So make sure you're logged on to me at Tony's Picks Ramon, where I usually give out an extra play every day over there. Also, check out my embedded videos here on Tony'sPicks.com. We got our leaderboard video in there today. That comes to you in a game out at the Atlantic Sun Conference Tournament. And also my sponsored play today comes to you in a game on the main board between Ball State and Akron. So head on over to Tony'sPicks.com and get involved. I will say that do have a premium on one of Mindy's plays out there as well. So that makes me feel good already that I probably could be heading for a winner. So I like to hear that. And make sure you check out our show, The Morning Steam. We had a big show today with this is a sneaky, awesome card. This is a sports fans card for sure, Tony. It's not a weekend. It's not, the huge, game, the championship game or anything. This is a sports fans lovers card with big college basketball, long NBA card, long NHL card right in the middle of the week. It's the last day of the month, so let's
Spring
get
training
it.
in the morning and afternoon.
That's right.
Baseball.
Of course, we're going to start getting, those conference tournament games starting in the morning where our head will be spinning, which is great. So check out those extra videos on there, on the website as well, and make sure you check out our show Saturdays through Thursdays, 9 a.m. Eastern, 6 a.m. Pacific, the morning steam with Mindy, Han, and I. Keep talking about it. You see that right there, that 30-day leaderboard. Those are our premium picks right there, plus 6,789 units using just $100 plays. I would imagine someone who continues to build their bankroll and gets hot would be increasing their bet size slightly. I think we're all kind of I don't want to say guilty of that. I think it should be something that maybe practiced a little bit, right? If you're building your bankroll, you're on the rise. No, you don't just jump in there and dump it all on one day. You just gradually increase the percentage as you see your percentages going up, and putting those numbers together between Mindy and I is going to score you, get us in the 2-for-1 capper promotion, right? Why not? I mean, you save half price off the second capper. You're already getting all of our free plays over with the morning steam, and if you get Mindy and I see everybody talking about we make a good team. So why not get us in the 2-for-1 capper promotion with the type of volume that Mindy and I are doling out? You're bound to get. If you're a volume player, if not, I understand that might not be for you. But if you get Mindy and I together on the 2-for-1 capper promotion, you're probably going to be looking at upwards of 20 plays per day. Now that feels like a lot, but again, high volume leads to higher profits. And the way Mindy and I can roll some of these days, I mean, sometimes the handicapper leaderboard looks like Mindy and I, right there at the top, just as you see there on the 30 days. So, you could look up, get to the late in the card, and all of a sudden you see Mindy up there, and she's got a 9-3 going, and I'm right behind her. Got a 7-2, whatever it is. We're putting up the numbers, so why not? That's why we made the 2-for-1 capper promotion. So you get 2 hot cappers for the price of 1.5, basically. It's one of our best values over at Tony's Picks. I don't know. Can you use the 20% on that, Tony, or no?
I don't think so.
All right. We're already giving them a big enough discount. I get it. All right. I'm just a salesman here. That's why you have me on the show, Tony. I'm trying to sell my premium picks. All I can do are pick these winners and set up the packages and the services. All right. Discount, that's out of Tony's pocket, okay? Let's make Tony go broke. Buy up those packages. Let's get some winners tonight at Tony's Picks. Great card, and boy, it's going to be an exciting couple of weeks here. For some teams are going home tonight.
Well, we got a break-in report here. Patrick Kane will now be a Ranger. Patrick Kane to New York Rangers and 3-team deal.
Okay, I think that was definitely one of the, if not the main site that they were looking for, certainly for him to land at. So a little bit of news there. Also saw the news on talk about the injuries tonight. That's kind of what some of the information I'm waiting for. Information I'm not waiting for is on LeBron James, and I thought it was unfortunate. Some of the national talking heads talking about LeBron faking his injury. Whatever, guy. LeBron knows he needs to be out there a little bit. They've shored up their position, but I don't think LeBron wants to miss 2 weeks of action. That looks really bad right now for the Lakers if he's going to have to miss that action. Maybe they've gotten close enough to secure their spot in there. They'll need some wins moving forward. Good thing they got some of the acquisitions that they did, because all of a sudden it will be tough again for the Lakers. LeBron missing 2 key weeks right now heading into the latter stages of the season.
Yep, and of course the other news today was yesterday was Ball out for the year with that broken ankle.
Oh, it sucked.
Yep, that was a bad one, because they were showing some promise this Charlotte team, so that's a big loss there for them. All right, Ramon, it's always great having you show. Continue that success. We'll catch up with you again tomorrow.
Thank you, Tony. Great job.
You got Ramon Scott here on Game Day Picks. Guys, are with you here on Game Day Picks Monday through Friday here at 3 p.m. Eastern Time. Make sure you guys like, subscribe, and set those notifications. We want you guys to be live with us to get the plays in real time. And, of course, get the best numbers. And, of course, join the chat room. Well, we've got Prince Moore in the chat room. Mindy's on a roll. Scotty Foster, a shout out there. Hisham as well. Jack Rosenblatt, Jim Pritchard, and more. So check us out there in the chat. Of course, Walk This Way also visit us in the chat. Let's continue on here on Game Day Picks. Time for my play. Let's get my game card up here for right now. Wizards and the Hawks at 7:40 Eastern Time. Hawks lane 7, total 234. I'm going to take the underdog here. Washington Wizards here at +7. Really don't want to have much here with this Hawks team here as a big favorite. We know Porzingis and Morris are out of this one. We know Atlanta at last check had a clean injury report. I think the injury report remains clean in this one, but I'm okay with DeLon Wright, Beal, Kuzma, Vija, Gafford in there in the starting lineup here for Washington, especially with Beal and Kuzma together. I'm okay with them to cover this 7-point line. We know the Wizards have won 6 of 9 on the road, 49% shooting, 39% from 3. I know Porzingis contributed a lot to that. The defense is pretty good here in this run here on the road here for this Wizards team. And, of course, Atlanta got that win, but not a cover against Brooklyn. 2-point win there in that one. And, of course, the issue there is the defense here for the Hawks. I don't trust the defense here. Matter of fact, they just have a +3 net rating over their past 7 at home. That's, I don't think, enough to cover. That's definitely not enough to cover this Wizards team. Of course, I don't want to lay more than 2 possessions with them. So we'll go here with the Wizards here. +7 against the Hawks. This one to have a start time here of top of the hour. No, it's going to be 7:40 Eastern Time for the Wizards and Hawks. Guys, check out Tony's picks. 4 premiums on the board tonight. A best bet up there here from the NBA, as well as a 3-pack from college basketball. So 4 premiums for me today over at Tony'sPicks.com. So go ahead and get signed up. Remember the promo code TonyT at checkout. You'll save 20% off. You can access my page by clicking the link you see in the description. Click the All Cappers tab and go ahead and get signed up. All right. Also, the long-term passes will serve you well as well. All right, let's continue on here on Game Day Picks. It's time to recap the plays from today's show. Let's put up the recap screen. Mindy was on Bucknell American over 131. Ramon, Texas A&M laying 5 against Ole Miss. I'll be on the Wizards plus the 7 here against the Hawks. All right, that's going to do it here for this edition here of Game Day Picks. Make sure you tune in again tomorrow live at 3 Eastern Time. We'll do it all over again. We'll bring in our cappers in from Tony's Picks and look up their plays here for the games that are for Wednesday tomorrow. So make sure you guys tune into the show and make sure you like and subscribe. Greatly appreciate that. All right, that's going to do it for our show today. Let's go ahead and bring in our crew from today's show. Going to wave goodbye, guys. You guys have a great afternoon, evening. We'll catch up with you again tomorrow on Game Day Picks.